Hey guys, it's Trent here from Animal Warforge. Thanks for clicking on this video, and what I've got here for you today is just a quick overview of the new upcoming release models for the Eldar codex. What we have here for 6th edition, I should say. We've got the June 2013 White Dwarf, just released today. Well, actually now it's tomorrow. It just hit 12 o'clock in the morning. On the front we've got the beautiful Hemlock Wraith Fighter, which is one of the new flyers. It's a multi-part plastic kit which comes with the Crimson Fighter as well. I'll get into a bit of detail into that when I get to the page. And on the back we've got the great giant Titan-like Wraithknight. Now he looks amazing. He's said to be taller than a monolith. I've estimated about a Wraith Lord, doubled the size, so 2 Wraith Lords on top of each other with a Guardian on top would be the size of this guy. He's outstanding. I can't wait to get into this kit and build him up and paint him. It's going to be such great fun. So I'm not going to go over the whole White Dwarf. I'm only going to cover the Eldar release models because that's what I want to really get. I can't wait for next weekend for these models to be released. I'm going to get them. I'll be doing unboxing videos for every unit of the new kit except for the jet bikes and all of that. I'll get to the release page later. So quickly onto this, we've got the new release double page with the Wraithknight and the flyers. Oh, quickly, I just want to represent the size of this. There's his feet, and on the bottom there, that's a Space Marine head. There you go. I'm gonna squish on things, us Eldar people. People should learn to fear us now. Double page flip out for the Wraithknight. Just amazing model. We've got some great possibilities for some guns here. These new guns that we've got called Star Cannons. From what I've read in the battle report section, there's Strength 6, AP 3, Heavy 3 blast. If that's a large blast or a small blast, I'm not too sure, but either one just sounds nasty. The Wraith Cannon, what I've heard, Strength 10, AP 1, Heavy 1, possibly with the Lance special rule, and they're, kitted out for multi-purpose. There's the shooty type with scatter lasers. There's this thing called Scatterlock, which allows you to re-roll hits if your scatter laser hits. So that's really cool. You can re-roll your scatter dice on your Star Cannon, so it might be Strength Heavy 3 on each one. So if you take 2, that's a possible 6 blasts each shooting phase from one of these guys. That's just nasty. I'll have to wait till the codex to actually get a proper insight. I'll do a review on the codex and some Tactica on 6th edition Eldar as well. So all of this is just really exciting. I'm ecstatic for this new release. And this picture is a great example of some of the new units to come. Here's a good example of the size. There's a Wraithknight, pretty much standing in line with this Wraith Lord, standing in line with this Wraithguard, and it comes up to its knee. So as I said, put another one on top of its knee, and then a Guardian on top. Pretty big. First sentence. Gigantic miniature, taller than a Necron monolith. Now if you've seen one of those, they're huge. The Wraithguard, multi-posable kits. Same with this thing. As you can tell, its pose is different. It's got posable leg joints in here, allowing you to customize where you want to put it. So they're not going to all look the same. The sword itself is as long as a tank, it says there, It's going to slice through things, and we've got a scatter shield, not a shimmer shield. So it could be a 4+ involve, or maybe even a 3, considering Eldar's natural psychic power. And there are the Wraith Cannons, Scatter Laser, Shuriken Cannon, Scatter Laser, Star Cannon. Maybe the Star Cannon has replaced the Sun Cannon, it's called, sorry. No, Star Cannon. And Sun Cannon. That's the Sun Cannon. Ah. Okay, so the Sun Cannons come on the big things. And then you got your Scatter Lasers. That makes a bit more sense now. But still, you can have 2 of them. That's nasty. So, probably going to be magnetizable. You're probably going to want to take multiple kits. You probably might even want to take multiple of these. Maybe 3 of them on the table. Ha 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 ha. Oh, the choices. Let's get away from him before I start drooling on this camera. We've got the Hemlock Wraithfighter. This is going to be the flyer of the Eldar codex. Its pilot is a Spirit Seer. Not too sure what that's going to bring to the table. Spirit Seers are usually HQ choices which allow you to bring Wraithguard as troops. Also, you don't have to do your Wraith sight near the Spirit Seer if it's close, so it can fly around and do all of those things to the Wraithguard units, or the Wraith units, so that could be interesting. Maybe even a possible Psyker while flying, so you could guide up front or Doom up front if we've got Doom still, which I think we do. And we've still got Fortune. I love Fortune. It pretty much looks like the Razor Wing from the Dark Eldar, just the nose is a bit different. A little bit of difference in the wing patterns, but you know, and the weapons obviously. They've got these things called D-sights. If they're similar to the D cannon, that's going to be cool. Yes. And it's a multi-part plastic kit, so it comes with the option of the Hemlock or the Crimson Hunter. Not Fighter. Okay, so Crimson Hunter, which is the Aspect Warrior, and is a Nightshade Interceptor, and is the choice of Nightshade Interceptor. I'm going to assume this is going to feature more around Skyfire. It's going to be our Skyfire special rule from what I have seen on the internet. So that's going to be handy against all those pesky Helldrakes and Valkyries and Storm Chickens and all of those nasty things that you fight against. Oh look! Oh no! Here comes one now! Oh! Oh! That's what's going to happen. So I'm wondering if that's going to be possible to magnetize, and I just dropped a D8 in my paint cup. It's going to be great. So if you can magnetize the two, so you can swap these little veins up here. Let's get a little closer look. You can swap these veins out for these ones, and these wings here. If that's possible, that's going to be really handy to try out the 2 different fighters without having to use proxy. Chances are I'll probably get both of them. 2 of them, probably. 2,000 points, double my Force Org, huzzah! Lots and lots of big stuff. So it doesn't really cover much of what they can do in the battle report, so I'm not too sure. No, I couldn't find anything. Not too sure what they can do, so we'll have to find out on the day. We've got Wraithguard. Now, the good thing about them is they're $55 a packet here in Australia, so considerably cheaper than what they were prior. Every time I tried to get some off eBay, they're about $10 per model, and they usually came in packs of 2, and I didn't really want to pay $10 per model for Wraithguard, considering I wanted a few of them. They're now $55 for 5, so that's great. Another great issue, great problem that I had with the previous ones is they all came in one pose, as the warp spiders do. These ones are now a multi-posable plastic kit, so you have different poses on the Wraithguard, which is amazing. They don't look so it's great. There's multiple options for Wraithguard too, so I'm going to see if there's a chance of magnetizing them. There probably is. That's going to be a great option because you've got the guns with the D cannons, the D sights. So I assume the D cannon. Oh, I don't know. I'm really just going to wait for the codex because I'm just going to get confused. We've got some ethereal Eldritch swords and axes for the Wraith blades. Wraith Lord, Wraithguard, Wraith blades, Wraithknight. I'm confused. It's going to take a while to get around all these names. But these models, they look great too. They've got these little spines on top of their heads which are different to the Wraithguard. So maybe they're additional attachments. I'll probably just put them on either because I think they look cool. Come on. Eldar needs spiky spine bits. New plastic, not crap cast, plastic Farseer. And he's like running, casting a spell. He looks pretty rad. Comes on a scenic base with some Eldar runes on it. Got the Spirit Seer, which is the Wraithguard HQ warlock thing. So we've got a model for him finally. He doesn't actually have eyes or anything. He's got the Wraithguard head and the spine. Warp veins is what they're called. Ilic Nightspear. This guy, from what I've seen on the internet, it's going to be quite nasty. Pathfinder HQ. He could be a Phoenix Lord, we're not too sure. He's got something to do with the Exodites and the Itok craft world, so we'll see a little bit more when we get the codex and we can read the fluff. But he's got this sniper rifle called the Voidbringer. Now, some leaks on the internet from what I can see is it's a range 120-inch sniper rifle with strength X AP 2 and instantly kills enemies on a wound roll on 6. So that's pretty nasty on top of the sniper current special rules. And he unlocks the Pathfinder option to Rangers. So that means Pathfinders are no longer so easy to get. Now, for a troops choice, that was a 2+ cover save. They're pretty nasty in the 4th edition codex. So having this taken away is going to be interesting to see how it impacts them as a troops choice, and how bringing this HQ will change it. It said that he has up to 9 special rules which he adds to the game, or the ranger unit. One of them being the ability to infiltrate as close to enemy units as you want, having to ignore the distance you need to avoid. So that's quite interesting. He's definitely going to be something I'll have to look at in the codex. The battle force has changed. Instead of a Warwalker, you get a Viper. That's pretty much it. You've got the psychic cards. Interesting thing about the psychic powers now is it looks like we've got these things called battle rights. Well, we've got runes of battle and runes of fate. It's interesting because they have 2 different effects. You have from what I can see, is you have an offensive type and a defensive type, so you can buff yourself or call something against the enemy. Destructor and Renewer, it's like a flame template. see if we can see it. Assault 1, Soul Blaze, Strength 5, AP 1 template. So yeah, it's like Destructor. Or it can be a blessing, and you can renew a wound. How nice is that? Wound healing on Farseers. Goodbye, stupid Perils of the Warp wounds. Killing Eldrad. 3 failed psychic tests in a row. We still have Guide. Buffed up to 24 inches, so I think it's buffed up. I think it was 12. Or is that Prescience? All these psychic powers. Apparently there's 14, so it's going to be quite interesting to see. The Eldar codex itself, the artwork looks amazing from the blurry text, and from what I can read, the fluff seems good, and I can't wait to read it. We've got some artifacts, Dark Reapers, Warp Spiders. Just look at that army. I'm super excited for Eldar. Jet bikes don't have a change, they just come in a squad of 3. And yeah, that's pretty much all of the new release Eldar that are coming out. And the new boxes also look quite different. We've got these nice sleek black things. They don't have the terrain in the background anymore. It's just this black grey matte background, so that's going to really just show off those models a bit more. I think they look nice. So anyway, that's it. Stay tuned for more Eldar videos. I'm going to say a little farewell to the current 4th edition codex, which I have right here. In the next video, we're just going to briefly go over what I like about this codex, what could change, and what I might miss if it goes away. So stay tuned. I've also got my Wave Serpent tutorial coming up later on this week. Got a battle report against the dreaded Chaos. They're not fully painted. They are painted, sorry, but they're not based. So you'll have to excuse me, but my Eldar are painted, and they're going to shine off their colours one last time before they get released. It's going to be great. So subscribe if you haven't. Check out my other videos. We've got some Eldar things going on. Plenty more to come. Stay tuned. Unboxings. Excitement. If I could show you my excitement by dancing, I would. But it's just too much. You couldn't handle it. Peace out, guys.